plus, unary minus. So if you say -2 means that minus is a unary operator. It operates on a single variable or single literal. Please note, there are some special operators like prefix and postfix operators which are available in C language. They are not available in Python language. So we are having very less unary operators here, unary plus, unary minus and unary complementation operator. Okay, so we are safe here compared to C language. Here this operators and precedence of operator story is very simple. And what about binary operator? It operates on 2 operands. See, binary means it requires 2 operands. So this operator operates on 2 operands. We also have ternary operator. The same conditional operator we are having even in Python, sir. We will discuss it later on. I have not shown any diagram for that. It operates on 3 operands. We will discuss that. Now unary operator, here I only given unary plus and unary minus. Later on, after discussing the bitwise operators, I also introduced the complement operator. See, here we need to understand -2. It is like minus of -2. So if you run this, what is the output, sir? You get +2. Please note that. Okay, so it is not like prefix operator. Suppose if you are having x is equal to 20, okay, or x variable, I'll just call it as x variable. Okay, sorry. And if I want to say x variable plus. So in C language it is having a meaning, but here it does not have any meaning, sir, because we do not have any such plus syntax. Okay, maybe if you write plus x variable, what happens? It works because plus means it just considered as plus of x variable. Even you can have minus variable, it is not considered as prefix operator, sir. It is just a minus operator. It's like mathematical minus of minus, like that. So it is minus of -20 plus 20 is the answer. So don't write this plus to the right of the variable or the literal or an expression. It has no meaning, sir. So for a variable, if you write this plus or minus towards the right, it has no meaning. It will simply tell you check your syntax. It is an invalid syntax because there is no postfix or prefix, okay, operator. Postfix prefix operators are not there in Python. Please note that. Is that clear? So you can have minus x variables, sir. You can have this. To what length you can have, sir? Suppose can I have this? It does not matter, but don't unnecessarily mess up with this. It will trouble you only. Clear? So now we start with the binary operators in Python. So in Python we are going to discuss all these binary operators like arithmetic operators and assignment operators. So I just go little slow with these arithmetic operators because very important. Then we also have this relational, logical, bitwise and some special operators like membership operator, identity operator, etc. We will discuss them under special operators. So today we mainly talk about arithmetic operators. Am I clear? That is mainly, it looks very simple, but in Python the arithmetic operators are bit dangerous. So let us fix this today itself so that in the future we will not have any trouble with basic arithmetic operators. Okay, so either you are a BTech student or you're preparing for GATE or you are 10+1 10+2 student or you starting your programming, this is very important, my dear friends. For all the levels this is very important. So let us start with arithmetic operators. So here we are having totally 7 arithmetic operators, sir. So we have addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, floor division, okay. Then we also have modulus operation and we have exponentiation, power operator. So these are the 7 operators. We are going to discuss these operators in detail now. Let us start with each and every operator. See, my dear friends, we discussed totally 14 types of data types. Okay, we are having what type of data types, my dear friends? We are having numbers. What are the numbers we are having? We are having numbers like int, float, complex and bool. Of course there is one more scalar type of data type which is called none, okay, which we rarely use here, but please note that. Then we also have the sequence data types. What are the sequence data types we are having? String, we are having list, tuple, range, bytes and byte array. So I'm not going to talk about those bytes and bytes array. So if you just know about them, that is more than enough, my dear friends. Am I clear? So mainly we talk about these fellows: string, list, tuple, and range. Range mainly used together with, you know, the control flow structures. Mainly that the loop control structures, we are going to use this range. Am I clear? Of course, then we also have this like, you know, the other mapping like dictionary. We have set and frozen set, but you know, for arithmetic operators they are useless. Only these fellows are very, very useful. So that's why I just mentioned these data types. Okay, so let us start with addition. So if suppose a, b are numbers, when I say a, b can be integers, floats, complex numbers, even boolean type of numbers. Okay, in all these cases, when I say a plus b, we are going to add those two numbers. We are going to get the sum of those two numbers. Adds two operands a and b using implicit type conversion. So here implicit type conversion will happen. So if you add integer is the result, integer float is the result, integer complex is the result, and float complex is the result. Bool and any other type, the other type you are going to get. Am I clear? Please note that. And very, very interesting thing is, if you are using this plus with the sequences, okay, if you are using plus with the sequences, it is not addition, it is actually the concatenation operation. So plus operator, okay, with sequences, it is the concatenation operator. So it is just called this operator overloading. That is, same plus operator we can use for different purposes. Okay, same operator plus operator I can use with numbers as finding sum of the two numbers, and the same plus operator I can use between two sequences of same type, so that I can concatenate those two fellows. That is the idea here, my dear friends. So let us start with this. So the addition is normal, sir. You can just take any two numbers, add them, you get the required result. Okay, so I'll just do print so that we can see all the results together. Then I'll just print, I'll just change the numbers. That is, if we are having both integers, the result is integer. Suppose I make one of them as floating point number, the result is floating point number. Suppose if I am having both floating point numbers, the result is floating point only. Suppose if I am having one is complex, the other one is integer. Suppose I just make it complex. I'll just make it complex like 3j. The result will be complex type. You can add here just 23 plus 45.567. The real parts are added. Then the imaginary part is 3j as it is. Suppose if we are having float and complex, then also what happens? The result will be, okay, let me rewrite this separately. We can have any number of examples, sir. We can have this float and the other one is complex. The result is still complex only. The result is complex. Suppose if I am having two complex fellows, obviously the result is complex number. See, we are not very much interested in complex, sir, but please note that there is a complex type also available in Python language. Am I clear? Please note that. So if you add two complex fellows, what happens? The result is complex number. Am I clear? That is, real part is added to real part, imaginary part is added to imaginary part. Now what if I add an integer to a bool value? So I am using true because true means 1 here. So 23 plus 1, you are going to get the answer which is equal to 24. Suppose if I add a bool with a real number. So what happens? Real number means float. It becomes float number. Same thing, complex also you can add. So the result will be complex type, my dear friend. So whenever it is, you know, when you do a plus b between two numbers, implicit type conversion will happen. And what about this ABR sequence type? If ABR sequence type, then the concatenation will happen. For example, if I am having hello plus Babu, what is the result? The concatenation, hello Babu is the result. But please be careful, they must be sequences of same type. They must be sequences of same type. For example, if I am having a list and if I add another list to it, okay, another list to it, what happens? no problem, it works because it is a list. It is a list. The concatenation of the list will happen. These two lists will be concatenated. That is, if you are having two sequences, plus operator means concatenation. But please be careful. You can take any two sequences, sir. You take two strings, concatenation of the strings will happen. If you take two list, concatenation of the list happens. If you take two tuples, concatenation of the tuples will happen. If you take two ranges, range variables, concatenation will happen. I told you this important point. For range variable, concatenation happens. For range variables, concatenation happens. Please note, for range, no concatenation, no repetition. If you want, I'll just show you. Suppose if you take range variable 1, so I take range 5 and I take range variable 2. Because range variables cannot be directly created like this, sir. We cannot have range literal. Okay, range variable 2, maybe I take from like 6 to 10, I take it, and I want to concatenate these two fellows, range variable 1 plus range variable 2. Is the concatenation possible between range variables? It says, sorry, unsupported operand type. So we cannot we cannot concatenate two range variables. Okay, I told you this when I was discussing about the range type. So except range type, remaining all sequence types, you can do concatenation, sir. For remaining all sequence types, you can do the concatenation. Please note that. For range, it is not possible. And very, very important point to be noted is the concatenation must be between sequences of same type. For example, hello, it is a string, and if you take a list, can I concatenate them? It says can only concatenate string to string. We cannot concatenate string to list. So if you want to concatenate, they must be of same type. They must be of same type. Please note this, sir. So this is not possible. Okay. Concatenation is possible between sequences of same type. So that is very, very important, sir, concatenation. Then we have this subtraction. Suppose if A and B are numbers, A minus B subtracts operand B from operand A using implicit type conversion. Same as addition, sir, here subtraction will happen. And please note that there is no subtraction means like removing a string from this string. It's not like that. So no subtraction between sequence types, sir. Only addition is defined between sequences of same type, and that addition is concatenation when it is applied between two sequences of same type other than range. Please note that. So here you can just subtract two numbers, sir. So if both are integer, the result is integer. If one is float, the other one is integer, the result is float. Okay. If one is integer, the other one is bool, the result is integer, like that. So you can try this same as exactly same as your addition only, but here we are taking difference between the two numbers. Okay, A minus B means you are subtracting B from A. Okay, subtraction is possible between numbers. You can have different types of numbers, sir. Always it will be converted to the higher type number. Okay, so int means result is int float means result is float, float complex means result is complex, like that. Please note that. Then comes multiplication. Now suppose if A and B are numbers, multiplication is possible, sir. Multiplication, it multiplies two operands A and B using implicit type conversion. Even for multiplication, the story is same, sir. You can multiply two integers. Okay, let me do this once again without wasting our energy. Let me copy this and check. Let us change that addition to multiplication. Am I clear? Let us change that addition to multiplication. Can I do this? So I want to multiply these two, integer float to be multiplied, integer to be multiplied with complex. Okay, then see, otherwise if I don't put this parenthesis, what happens? 23 will be multiplied with the float, then that is added to that 3j. That is what happens. So that's why I just kept that. Okay, you can multiply float with complex. Okay, you can multiply complex with complex also. A complex number can be multiplied with a complex number. Is that clear? Then we can also multiply an integer, float or complex number with bool value. All these are possible, my dear friends. So you get the required result. So if you multiply integer with integer result you are going to get. Okay, so don't hopefully you don't expect me to do the multiplication and show you the result. Am I clear? So that is the idea. Is the idea clear, sir? Now this multiplication operator, when you use a sequence with multiplication operator, one of the variable or one of these AB operands, one of the operands is sequence, the second operand is integer, then it gives you repetition operator. So it is actually when you are having one of them as sequence, the second one is integer, then it is repeat operation. But please be careful, the second one must be, one of them must be integer, one of them must be sequence, and it cannot be range type, because for range the repeat operation is not defined. Am I clear? And very importantly, if the integer is positive, 1 time it is repeated, 2 means 2 times it is repeated, 10 means 10 times it is repeated. Suppose that integer value is 0, you get empty string. If the integer value is negative, then also empty string is written. So for less than or equal to 0, it results in empty sequence. So let us try to understand this. For example, I am having high, I multiply with 4. So what is the result? The string repeats 4 times. High 4 times. Now you can do 100 times also, you'll get 100 times. Suppose if I do 0, what happens? It results in empty sequence. Even if I do -5 also, it results in empty sequence. There is nothing wrong, you can do it, but it gives you unexpected answer. Am I clear? So whenever it is the integer value is less than or equal to 0, the result is empty sequence. Okay, you can do it for list, you can do it for tuple, you can do it for bytes, you can do it for byte array, no problem, sir. Please note that this particular repetition, okay, is not possible for range. That is very important point. Is that clear? You can try this for a list, sir. Okay, you can try this for list. Sorry, there's a printing error. Can I have empty string in this? Obviously. So this I want to multiply 3 times. What happens? The same sequence is repeated 3 times. You can do it for tuple, you can do it for any other sequence type, my dear friend, except for range. Please note that. Then comes the division. If A and B are numbers, A by B is divide the left hand operand by right hand operand. So this I want everyone to understand this. Okay, so I want you to understand this. When you say A by B, mathematically what does it mean? We are dividing A by B set. So we actually write it like B by B divides A. So actually this B is called divisor, this A is called dividend, and here whatever you get, that is called quotient, and here what you get is called a remainder. See, we are having this division algorithm formula. Okay, whenever you divide an integer A by B, we can always find another integer Q such that A is equal to B into Q plus R. Here A is the dividend, B is the divisor, Q is the quotient, and R is the remainder. And please note that the value of R is always between 0 to mod B. See, less than mod B, less than mod B. So this is the very important formula. Actually, why I written this? Because Python try to follow the mathematical results exactly. Okay. See, actually, if you take C language, percentile operator is not defined for floats in C language, but here Python we are having division, percentile, floor division, all these are defined for integers, floats, even for complex types are also they are defined. Okay, of course for complex type that floor division, the percentile is having issue, that is not defined. For remaining all they are properly defined, my dear friends. So let us try to explore this. So this is very, very important, sir. Okay. So a bit mathematical, but try to understand once and fix it for lifetime. Am I clear? So let us do this. So if A, B are numbers, what happens, sir? A by B gives, it divides the left hand operand by right hand operand, and result is always floating. So whether A is an integer, B is an integer, if both are float, if one of them is float, it does not matter, sir. A by B always result in float. Suppose if one of them is complex, the result in complex. Okay, that complex real and imaginary parts will be floating numbers. That is the idea. And division by 0 is going to give you 0 division error. For example, if you do 5 by 0 anytime, or any number by 0, if you do it, whether it is integer by 0, float by 0, complex by 0, bool by 0, it always give you 0 division error. Please be careful, my dear friends. Now suppose if I do 3 by 4, what is the result, sir? 0.75. You can do this. Okay. Suppose if one of them is float, it does not matter. The result is exactly same. Both are float, it does not matter. Result is same. Am I clear? You can also have division of, a complex number with any other integer or float. Okay. But please be careful. You need to make it very careful. Otherwise, it may be treated like 5j by that number. Am I clear? So that's why I'm writing that parenthesis here. So you can write 4. So what happens? The result is 1 plus 1.25, like 4 by 4 is 1. This 5 by 4 is 1.25 j, sir. Okay, I think we should get 4 by 4 as 1, but luckily you are getting 1. Okay, that is about complex division, my dear friends. Now what if I do 4.0? Still it is doing the same thing, 4 plus 5j. Okay, so this division of any integer or float by complex number, or we are dividing a complex number by an integer or float. What if I divide a complex number by complex number? You can try that also. Let us use the parenthesis, sir, for safety purpose. See, the division is defined, the rules are exactly followed, sir. Suppose if you do not know what is the complex division, okay, you may need to do the rationalizing and multiply and divide by that, then you are going to get that, sir. For example, if you are having this 3 plus 5j by, what is the other one? 2 plus 3j. If you want to do it, you can rationalize, multiply and divide by 2 minus 3j, sir. You can do this complex multiplication. Okay. A plus ib into c plus id, you can multiply, sir. Real part into real part, imaginary part into imaginary part will give you real part, real into imaginary, imaginary into real give you imaginary part. Then that has to be divided by this 2 plus 3j into 2 minus 3j. 2 plus 3j into 2 minus 3j is what, sir? 2 2, that is 4 minus 3j square. J square is minus 1, so it is plus 9. 4 plus 9, 13. So we have to divide this result, whatever you get, by 13. So it is 3 to 6, and plus into minus minus, j square is minus, so you get plus, 5 3 is 15. This is the real part. Then real into imaginary part and imaginary into real part. So what is it? It is 10 minus 9, that is 1j. So you get this 23 by 13 plus 1 by 13j. So that is the result which you are getting here, sir. That is the result which you are getting here. Am I clear? Please verify that. Hope you understand. So that is, I am just explaining what is complex division if you do not know. Of course, don't try to explore more, sir, because generally they are not going to trouble you with the complex division. Maybe in GATE examination, they just want to check your capability with complex numbers, they may ask, but generally when you are preparing for campus placements and all, they are not very much interested in the complex numbers because they are useful for, scientific applications. Is that clear? Hope you understand. Okay. Next comes the floor division. The next one is floor division. So it performs integer division, truncating the result to the nearest whole number, discards the remainder. So let us try to understand this with examples first of all. Let us try to understand this with examples. Let me explain what is this, floor division. See, when we are actually having this floor of this, it is the largest integer less than or equal to x. So floor of a number means greatest integer or largest integer less than or equal to x. So we call it as, you know, floor x or greatest integer function. Okay, some people also use this notation also for this. So here what this you know, floor division will do, this is called floor division. This is called floor division. So what is this floor division is going to do, my dear friends? Okay, so this floor division is going to do the following. Suppose if you are having 10 by 3, sorry, 10 divided by 3. So what actually happens here is you divide 10 by 3. So what happens? 3 3s 9, 1, then again point. So again 3.333 something you are going to get. So what is this number? If you see 1, 2, 3 and so on, when you see this, you get 3 point something you get. What is the greatest integer less than this number? This is not an integer. What is the greatest number, greatest integer less than this? That is 3. So you are going to get the answer equal to 3, my dear friends. So this floor division will do that particular thing, my dear friends. Hope you understand. So this floor division will do that particular thing. Hope you understand. So for example, if I do 10 divided by 3, what is the result, sir? 3 is the result. But my question is, what if one of the number is minus? In that case, what happens? Let us try to understand. Let us try to understand this when one of the number is negative. Okay. For example, if I am having minus 10 divided by 3, what is the result? See, actually, when you divide by 10 divided by 3, you are going to get 3 point something, but it is a minus sign. So the result which you are going to get is, like minus 1, minus 2, minus 3. You get minus 3 point something. You get minus 3 point something. But what is the greatest integer less than that minus 3 point something? This is minus 4. So for minus 10 floor division 3, the result is not 3 or not minus 2. It is actually minus 4. It is actually minus 4, because the answer which you get is minus 3 point something. And what is the integer less than that? Which is minus 4. So the answer for this would be minus 4, my dear friends. So let us see this. Suppose if I have this minus 10 divided by 3, what happens? So the answer is minus 4, not minus 2. Okay, so generally people expect like that, minus 3 point something, so they write minus 3. It's not correct. It is like minus 3 point something, minus 4. So what is the integer, greatest integer smaller than this? Minus 4. So minus 4 is the result. And suppose if you are having 10 floor division minus 3, even in this case the story is the same, sir. Even in this case, because the result is minus 3 point something, minus 3 point something, what is the greatest integer less than or equal to this number, which is minus 4? Please note this point, sir. This is very important. So if any one of them is negative, then you are going to get a negative result. So minus something, minus value something you are going to get. So what is the greatest integer less than that? Whatever minus value you get, a minus of that value plus 1 is the answer. Suppose you get minus val, minus of val plus 1 is the answer. Suppose minus 5 you get, minus 5 point something you get, the result is minus 6 is the result. Okay, you can try different numbers, sir. Why to fix with 10 minus 3, sir? You can take 4, 5, 6 divided by 35 and with a minus sign. So actually the result here is minus 13 point something you get it. Actually if you normally divide it, you get the result equal to minus 13 point something. But when I use the floor division, the result will be minus 14. Please note this point. Is the idea clear? So this is the answer, my dear friends. So whenever you do floor division, please note, whenever it is the negative result, minus x point something, the answer is minus of x plus 1. The answer is minus of x plus 1. For example, if you get minus 3 point something, the answer is minus 4. Please note this point, my dear friends. So this is about floor division. And division by 0 gives you 0 division error. Okay, and it is not supported for complex type. You cannot do this floor division for complex numbers, my dear friends. The floor division is not allowed for complex numbers. Sorry for that. For example, if I want to do like 4 plus 3j, floor division 3, it says Babu check it, because it is not supported for complex. Please note that the floor division is not supported for complex. What if I do 4j? Let's check. See, even I don't know the rules for this, my dear friends, complex rules. I am just exploring it. So it is not defined for complex. Floor division is not defined for complex number. Please note that. Floor division is not defined for complex numbers. And division by 0 will give you division by 0 error. And it is defined, suppose if you are having 5.0 or 5.1, it is possible. So you are going to get 0 point something. No problem, you can have integer float also. If both are integers, the result is integer. If any one of them is float, the result is integer result, you get 0.0. So always floor division, whether both are integers, one of them is float, always the result is 0.0, because you are going to get the greatest integer which is converted to float later on, like that. For example, if you are having say 56.78, floor division with 4, what is the answer? So you might have get, see, first do the normal division, you know the answer, 14.195. So when you do floor division, what will be the answer? 14.0 will be the answer. 14.0 will be the answer. Please note that. So this is the idea about floor division, my dear friends. The next one is modulus, percentage. This is very interesting, my dear friend. Modulus is very interesting. So it divides the operand on the left hand side. So it's like operand on the left hand side, okay, by operand on the right hand side, and returns the remainder. It gives you the remainder. It gives you the remainder. And I want you to remember this division algorithm. I want you to remember this division algorithm. And in Python, mathematical calculations are done properly. So it follows the division algorithm perfectly. Because of that, if one of them is negative, if both are negative, what happens? You can estimate that particular result, my dear friends. So let me explain this division algorithm and explain this modulus answer, my dear friends. See, I start with the regular question. I start with my regular question, like, I think I need another page. Let me take it. Sorry for this. Suppose if you are having 10 percentile 3, what happens? You divide 10 by 3, 3 3s 9, so minus, so 1 is the remainder. So here the answer is 1, my dear. No problem. See, please remember, whenever you divide a by b, whenever you divide a by b, where is this eraser? Whenever you divide a by b, actually what happens? B is the divisor, A is the dividend, you get some quotient and then you get some remainder. So the result here is A is equal to B into Q plus R, where the remainder should be between 0 to absolute value of B. This is actually the division algorithm. Okay, so here it actually works. So if what is 10 value equal to 3 into 3 plus 1. So exactly you get the answer. So whenever it is A percentile B, regular answer. Divide and get the remainder. Minus A percentile B, also regular answer, sir. Regular way you divide it. Okay, but when it is minus or minus B, minus A percentile minus B, minus A percentile B, when it is minus A percentile B, the answer should be B minus A mod B. This is the answer. And what about A percentile minus B? It is minus of minus A percentile B. So this is exactly how it is speaking, because when you multiply with minus 9, it is plus A and minus B. So this is what is happening here, my dear friends. So you can just fix this idea and solve the problems, whatever you get it. Okay, later on, suppose you take big numbers like 26 percentile 7. Okay, so 26 percentile 7 means what? 7 3 is 21, 5 is the remainder. Here you get 5 remainder. And when it is minus 26 percentile minus 7, so minus 5 is the remainder. When it is minus 26 percentile 7, it is 2 remainder, and 26 percentile minus 7, the result is minus 2. So this is what expected, my dear friends. You can try that. 26 percentile 7, the result is 5. If both are minus, you get minus of the answer, that is minus 5. If 26 is minus and 7 is positive, so it is 7 minus 5, which is 2. And if it is 26 percentile minus 7, the answer is minus 2. So this is the story we can fix, my dear friends. This is the story we can fix. Am I clear? So it is working exactly. This part is working exactly as division algorithm. Maybe, sometimes Jupyter Lab, troubles us, but this is working exactly as we expected. This also works exactly as expected. Okay. And what about this both minus? You can consider this as minus of this answer, because minus 26 percentile minus 7 can be considered as minus of 26 percentile 7. Okay. And once you got this answer, this can be considered as minus of that answer. For example, 26 percentile minus 7 can be considered as what? Minus of minus 26 percentile 7. So that you can always get the answer perfectly, sir. Without any trouble, you can easily solve the problem. So that is how it is working, my dear friends. Okay. Good. So we understood the modulus operator. Then comes finally the exponentiation operator. A star star B. So it raises the left hand operand to the power of right hand operand. If both operands are integer, then the result is integer. If one of the operand is float, then the result is float. It works for complex also. It also works for complex numbers. But the behavior, because if you raise it to the power complex number, what happens? If you know that, then you can verify. Here you can only check, you can only see the results, my dear friends. So this exponentiation works for integers, floats, complex numbers and bool values also. No problem. You can check that. Okay. You can check this. So for example, 2 star star 3. What is the meaning of it, sir? The meaning of it is 2 power 3. And you know what is 2 power 3? 2 into 2 into 2, which is 8. You can have 2 power 3.5. Now you may ask me, what is 2 power 3.5? 3.5. 3 1 by 2. See, actually I'll just tell you what is 2 power 0.5, or I'll tell you 4 power 0.5. It would be easy for you to understand. See, when it is a fractional power, you are going to get, radicals or fractional power. So that is it. It is a fractional power, sir. So what is 4 power 0.5? 4 power 0.5 means 4 power half. It is square root of 4. And what is square root of 4? It is square root of 4. And what is square root of 4, my dear friends? It is 2. Like that. So you can also have fractional powers. You can work with fractional powers wonderfully. Am I clear? So this exponentiation operator we are having. Actually, with math, if you import math, okay, math module, there is one more function called power function that also can be used, my dear friends. Okay. Power function, I think it won't work directly. For that, we need to import math module. Okay. I think power also is a built-in function. Power is also built-in function. It works. Okay. I'm sorry. I thought power is in math function. So we are also having this, built-in function power. It also can be used for this purpose. 2 power 3. Or you can use this exponentiation operator, my dear friends. So here, let us try some examples for this exponentiation, my dear friends. 3.45 power 5.67 or 67. So you can use it like, beautiful calculator. Okay, you can use this as calculator. And as I told you, you can also work with complex numbers. You can also work with complex numbers, sir. That is 5 plus 7j multiplied with itself 5 times. Okay, you can also have fractional power of it. You can also have fractional power of it. You can also raise it to the power of complex number. You can also raise it to the power of complex number. Raise it to the power complex number also can be done. How exactly it works? If you know complex arithmetic, then you can easily understand this, my dear friends. Okay, it is all about complex arithmetic, nothing more than that. Yeah. Okay, so there is nothing to expect here, sir. It is simple story. Power, if you raise it to the power of some number, what is the result you are going to get? Now please tell me, I want you to tell me this answer. What is 1 power 0? What is 1 power 0? Any finite number power 0 is 1 only, na? So you get that. you can expect that answer, sir. 1 power 0 is 1. Okay, any finite number power 0 is 1, that can be expected, sir. Now what about 0 power 0? So actually 0 power 0 is an indeterminate form, but it also works with that. It will give you the answer 1, because 0 power 0 approximately, like, you know, limiting case it is equal to 1. That is what is taken here. Actually 0 power 0 is indeterminate form. Okay, but here it is not taking it as indeterminate form. Okay, let us try power 0 power 0. Let us try this power function. Even it is working the same way, sir. 0 power 0 is also considered as 1. Mathematically 0 power 0 is an indeterminate form. Okay, for that we just use the limiting formula to solve it. You know, in your mathematics you solve limits. There that 0 power 0 form is also limiting case, we solve them. Okay, so these are the problems, my dear friends. So you can try numbers like, you know, A is 10, B is 3. So here you can define multiple variables at a time, my dear friends. In Python you can define multiple variables at a time. Comma separated list with comma separated values. So what happens? A is B, A is 10 and B is 3. A is 10 and B is 3 here, my dear friends. Am I clear? And you can check what is type of A. You can check what is type of A. A will be integer. Type of B, B is integer. Now you can check the answer. What is 10 plus 3, my dear friends? It is 13. What is 10 minus 3? It is 7. What is 10 into 3? It is 30. What is 10 by 3? 3 point something you're going to get. I'm not telling you 3.33 something you're going to get. Okay, etc. And it is floor division, which gives you 3. And remainder is 1. And 10 power 3, that is 10,000 you can expect. Sorry, 1000, 10 power 3, not 10 into 10 into 10, 3 times 1000. That is it. So you are going to, oh, invalid syntax, sir. Oh, see, be careful. This is, I am expecting hash symbol, but I return double division, so it is showing you some errors. Please be careful. Comment is hash, not that floor division. I want to comment and I return that floor division there. Okay, please be careful. Yeah, now it works. So that is what it is. Now I want you to try this different values like minus 10, 3. So what exactly we need to work with? Mainly this floor division and modulus operators you need to fix it. These two if you fix, remaining things are straightforward, no difficulty at all. Okay, I a little messed up with that floor division, I mean modulus operator. Floor division is straightforward, no problem. That hopefully now this modulus operator is clear to you all. Am I clear? That's it. You can check that, sir. That modulus operator you can check. Minus 10 minus 3 what happens? And 10 minus 3 what happens? Hopefully you understand. Is the idea clear? Clear to you all? That is the idea. Now precedence and associativity of operators. Of course, for all the operators towards the end I'll discuss again, but mainly for, you know, arithmetic operators we need to understand this precedence and associativity of the operators. For evaluation of expressions having more than one operator, there are certain precedence and associativity defined in Python. See, actually, for example, if I give you 2 plus 3 into 4, or let me take in a new page. If I give you 2 plus 3 into 4, now which order we need to evaluate this? Suppose if I don't mention any particular order, it may be considered like, you know, first I may do 2 plus 3, then I may evaluate, then I can multiply with 4. So in this case what happens? 20 is the expected result. Or that is if there are no rules like that. If there are no precedence rules, so this can be evaluated like this, or first you can do this 3 4 12 and that may be added to 2. So the result is 14 here. Now tell me which one is correct. See, if you want to know which one is correct, for that you need to understand the precedence of the rules. So which operator need to be evaluated first and which operator is evaluated next, that you need to understand. So we are having some rules of precedence. Actually in C language, this precedence rules part is very, very important for examination point of view. Here luckily you don't have that much difficulty. Mainly if you understand precedence of arithmetic operators, that is more than enough, my dear friends. Okay, there is one more called ternary operator. We need to work little bit, but rest of the things are pretty straightforward in Python language. Am I clear? Yeah, parenthesis. So suppose if you do parenthesis, obviously even in this problem, if I see normally this is the answer which you get, but if I use this parenthesis, then you can get this answer also. So using the parenthesis, we can change the order of precedence. Using the parenthesis, we can change the order of precedence. Yeah, Swami sir. Yes, sir. We can change the order of precedence. Okay. So that is the idea. So the exponentiation after parenthesis, exponentiation is having highest order precedence. So it is having right to left associativity. That is, if you are having multiple exponentiations, in which order it should be evaluated. For example, if you are having 2 star star 3 star star 4, whether the answer is first this, then this, or 2 star star 3 star star 4. First this, then this one. See, the exponentiation is right to left associative. So 3 power 4. So it is actually 2 power 3 power 4. 3 power 4 is 81. See, if it happens this way, it would be 2 star star 3 means 2 power 3, 8 power 4. So let us check what is the correct answer. What is the correct answer? Let us try to check this one. Because as I told you, exponentiation is right to left associative. So let us see, first let us verify these two answers. First let us verify these two answers. 8 power 4 is how much? Let us see. 8 power 4. What is the answer? 4096. The other one is, okay, let us keep it 4096. The other one which you want to check is, sorry for that, the other one which I want to multiply is 2 power 81. I think this is a big result. 2 power 81. So it's a big number. So now let us see our problem. That is, what is the problem which I given? 2 power 3 power 4. What is the result? 2 power 3 power 4. That is 2 star star 3 star star 4. So which answer you expect? Because it is right to left associative, it should be 2 power 81. So the answer should be this one. The answer should be 2 power 81 is the answer. Is the idea clear? Because it is right to left associative. It is right to left associative. This is what happens. Hope you understand. Is the idea clear? So it is right to left associative, my dear friends. Clear? Hope you understand. Right? So let us move on to the next one. So after exponentiation, we are having, this unary addition and unary subtraction will be having next, precedence after exponentiation. Of course, as I told you, we don't have prefix and postfix operators, so not much to be worried about it. Then we have this multiplication. Actually, this multiplication, division, percentile and floor division, we call them as multiplication operators. So they are all left to right associative and their precedence is equal. Their precedence is equal. Okay. So for example, if you are having multiplication like 2 into 3 into 4 into 5. So here when you are having all multiplication operators, first we do 2 into 3, which is 6, 6 into 4, 24, 24 into 5. How much? 24 5s, 120. Like that. Now if you are having 2 into 3 by 4, floor division 7. Even in this case, first this 2 into 3 will be done. Then 6 by 4, 6 by 4 means 2 point some, 1 point something you are going to get, 1.25. That's all enough. 1.5. Correct only, 1.5. Floor division 7. And what about floor division of 1.5, sir? I think you should get 1. 2 into 3. Let us do this. You can try different numbers, sir. 2 into 3 divided by 4. Floor operator 7. So whenever you are having all these multiplication, division, float division or percentile operators, you need to go from left to right, sir. You need to go from left to right. Okay, 0 you are going to get. Reminder, the float division, it is float division means what? Division when you do, 7 divided by 1.5. See, up to here if you see, the answer is 1.5. So 1.5 float division 7 you are doing. 1.5 float division 7 means what, sir? 0 only, because 1.5 is smaller than 7, you are going to get the answer equal to 0. Because we are doing, because 1.5 is the float number and 7 is integer, the result will be integer. 7 is the answer. Hope you understand. I think we are having some problems. Let us take and try these problems. Okay. For example, if you are having this question, what is the answer? 8 minus 4 divided by 2 plus 1. Now, if you observe, multiplication, division, percentile, float division are having higher precedence than addition and subtraction. So, whenever you are having multiplication and addition operators, first multiplication operators are performed, then the addition operation. See, addition means plus and minus. So, in this case, what actually happens is, if you take the first question, it is 8 minus 4 divided by 2 plus 1. Here, first this one will be done. You can remember that way. Rebel taxer. Okay. Okay, actually in C language we are having a beautiful mnemonic. Okay, Pumas rebel, tag, like that we are having. But we are having that for C language. But here you don't have all the operators. There are some missing operators also. First, let us complete this. Towards the end, after completing all the operators, let us try to create some mnemonic here. Okay. Hopefully, I don't find any mnemonic, universal mnemonic which people follow. But let us try to create our own mnemonic so that we can remember. Once after completing all the operators, let us create some mnemonic. Okay, that can be done. Yeah, we can try that, sir. Mnemonics we can try. First, fix this first. Okay, here multiplication and addition. Obviously, multiplication is having higher precedence than addition. So, parenthesis exponentiation. Parenthesis unary exponentiation. We are having parenthesis unary exponentiation, multiplication and addition so far. So, it is PU mass, something like this it is happening. Am I clear? So, that's what I told you. There is, people not explored much about the mnemonics of Python. Okay, because this kind of things are very, very important in C language. Because in C language, we are also having this, nesting of operators possible with other operators. But in Python, we don't have like that. Okay. So, they will be done like, conjunction of the operators. It will be done most like that. Because of that, we don't need this kind of mnemonics very much. Okay. We will try to understand. We try to explore it after completing all the operators. Okay. Now, 4 divided by 2 means what, sir? 2.0. See, remember it is 2.0. Okay. Then it is 8 minus 2.0 plus 1. Now, here then 8 minus 2.0, that is 6.0 plus 1, which is 7.0. So, 8 minus 4 divided by 2 plus 1 is equal to what, sir? 7.0. Okay. So, let us take this and verify. So, our answer is 7, sir. 7.0. You can expect it. Is that clear? Now, let us try the next one. Because all are multiplication type of operators, left to right evaluation happens. 8 divided by 4 is 2.0 into 2, 4.0 is the expected answer. It is straightforward. I am not doing so. We will do it together. Next one. Here you see this multiplication is performed first, that is 8. 8 minus 8 is 0. 0 plus 1 is 1. So, here you get the integer result. Here you get the integer result. Please tell what is the answer for this one, my dear friends. Yeah. Which one is 8? Chaitanya, which one is 8? Which one is 8? Please let me know which one is 8. The last one is 11, you are saying. Let us see. 4, 5 is 20. Minus 3 plus 20 is 17. Minus 6. This is 11. This is perfect. This is 1. And this is 2 into 2, 4. Na? 4, 4. Yeah. So let us try these fellows. So let me go back to this. Oh, what is happening? I copied, then I pasted. Yeah. So let us check one after the other the results. Let me cut it and keep it. So this one is 4 as expected. Yeah, for last it is 11. Very good. And for this also, let us keep it safe. This one, what is the answer? 1 is the answer. And the last one is 11. Okay, so we done with the simple ones. Now let us try the little complex ones. What about the answer for first one? What is the answer for first one? What is the answer for first one? So here, first this percentile operator will happen. What is 4 percentile 5, my dear friends? Reminder. When you divide 4 with 5, what is the remainder? When you divide 4 with 5, what is the remainder? 5 zeros, 0. So 4 is the remainder. 4 is the remainder. Okay. So 3 plus 4, 7 minus 6. The answer is 1 here. The next one. I just made it little elaborate one. Let us try this. This is a very interesting one. Let us try this. Okay. So here this addition subtraction happens later on. So first what will happen is this fellows 3 percentile 2. But here we are having minus 3 percentile 2, sir. It is like, minus 3 percentile. So you are having this 3 percentile 2. Then you are having 16 into 2. Then percentile 2. Here 13 floor division 4. So what is the expected answer here? 15 minus 3 percentile 2 is how much? 3 percentile 2 is how much? 3 percentile 2. Reminder. Remainder when 3 is divided by 2. 1 is the remainder. Then 16 into 2, 32. 32 percentile 2 is 0 here. And 13 floor division 4. 4 3 is 12. So what is expected is 14 plus 3, 17 is the expected answer. 17 is the expected answer for this. Let us check that. Is that clear or not? Okay. Let me take these two fellows separately. So this one is 1 as expected. The answer is 1. Perfecto. The next one, what is the answer we are expecting? 17. So let us see. The answer is as expected 17. Let us try the last one. Can you give me the answer for this? Can you give me the answer for this, sir? Try this. Perfect. Chaitanya, that is 17. Perfect. 100% correct. Super. $20 is expected. Let us see. So here it is 5 percentile 2. Remainder is 1. So 18 minus 1. This is 16 into 2, 32. 32 by 4. 32 by 4 is 4 8s. 8. 8.0 it is. Actually division means 8.0. 8.0 percentile 2 it is 0. It is completely 0.0. 13 by 4. Here you are going to get 13 by 4 means I not use floor division, sir. I use division. So 4.4, 3 point something you are going to get. I don't know what is that something. You can check that. 4 3 is 12. 1. Okay. 2 and 5. 3.25. Okay. It is 3.25, my dear friends. So 17 plus 3, 20.25 is the expected answer. No, 20 it is not correct, sir, because this is normal division. Normal division will give you the answer, floating point answer. Okay. So here also you are having a floating point answer. So definitely your answer will be floating point. So let us check this. Your answer will be floating point. So 20.25 is the expected answer. Okay. So one thing which I want everyone to understand, remember this properly for this, modulus operator perfectly before going to the last concept, that is assignment operator. There is not much work on the assignment operator. We just need to understand. So this, percentile operator, modulus operator, I want you to remember, understand properly. Okay. So for example, if you are having 26 percentile 7 or percentile, let us take 6. 6 fours 24, 2 is the remainder. So for this the answer is 2 is the remainder. For this the answer is 2 is the remainder. Right? Now you need to remember, when you are having minus 6 here, the answer will be, so here, sorry, if you first you need to do this, minus 26 percentile 6, if you do it, the answer will be 6 minus 2, which is 4. 6 minus 2 is the answer for this, because 6 minus a mod b, that is b minus a mod b, is the answer when this fellow is negative. And when you are having, both negative, when you are having both negative, then you need to consider this as minus of this fellow. This fellow need to be considered as minus of this fellow. So here the answer is 2, means this fellow answer is minus of 2, because here we can just assume this as minus of that 26 percentile 6. Minus of 26 percentile 6 you can assume. So the answer will be minus 2. And here the answer is actually 6 minus 26 percentile 6, which is 6 minus 4, which is, 6 minus 2, which is 4. And when you consider, 26 percentile minus 6, when you consider 26 percentile minus 6, it can be considered as minus of the previous answer. It can be considered as minus of the previous answer, because previous answer is 4, it is minus of the previous answer, that is minus 4 is the answer. So that is the expected result, my dear friends. So I want you to remember this percentile operator perfectly, because earlier with the modulo operator and with Jupyter operator or Jupyter lab, it was messed a little bit, but please fix this properly, my dear friends. Okay, that is idea. Now let us move on to the assignment operator. Assignment operator. See, assignment operators are used to assign values or variables or expression to other variables. So for variables, if you want to assign some values, we are going to use assignment operator, like x is equal to 4. So what happened? 4 is assigned to x. But here please remember, variables are just references to the objects. Variables are just references to the object. That is, we are actually assigning reference of the object to the variable. Okay. We are actually better assignment operators are used to assign references of objects. See, these objects can be obtained by simple values. Okay, literal can be an object, variable, variable in the sense here, another variable object or another object which is already assigned to a variable, or expression object, whatever it is. So that is what I want you to understand. Okay, assignment operators are used to assign reference of object to variables. That is simple way, sir. Reference of object to variables is a better statement, because otherwise the meaning will go in a different manner. So I just want you to note like this: assignment operators are used to assign reference of objects to variables. So those objects can be literals, those objects can be references of another object, like that. Okay, so what actually happens here is, when you say variable is equal to something, this can be an object, it can be a literal, Literals are all also objects here. So what actually happens is variable get reference of this particular object. Assignment will give you the reference of object to that particular variable. That is exactly what happens. And the most basic assignment operator in Python is equal to operator. But we also have this, compound assignment operators. We also have this compound assignment operators. And before this, there is a question, you can answer this. Which of the following is not a valid assignment operator? A is equal to 5, A is equal to B, A is equal to B plus C, and 5 is equal to A. Here we are assuming that A, B, C are the variables, or B, C are already defined. We are assuming that B, C are already defined. Okay. Even in any programming language, it is assumed, sir. Please note that. What is the correct answer? Which one is not valid assignment operator? A is equal to B plus C is correct. It is valid, sir. A is equal to B plus C is valid, Chaitanya. It is valid. It is valid. If I am having B and if I define B and if I define C, A is equal to B plus C is valid. No problem. But what is not valid is D. 5 is equal to A. See, 5 is a literal. Okay. For a literal, you cannot assign. For an object, you cannot assign, reference of another object. Because object is, that particular memory. Okay. Memory location. Am I clear? It is a particular memory location, or it is like, abstraction of the memory cell. Here, objects are abstractions of the memory cell. So, you cannot assign reference of object to an object. We can assign reference of object to variable. So, D is the correct answer here. D is the correct answer. Very good. And we also have this compound assignment operator, sir. See, whenever you are having A operation is equal to B, what is the meaning of that? A is equal to A operation B. So, we have this compound assignment operators, my dear friends. Like, when you write X plus is equal to Y, what is the meaning of it? X is equal to, okay. X plus is equal to Y means X is equal to X plus Y. X plus is equal to Y means X is equal to X plus Y. That is the meaning. See, actually in C language, this can be nested to, different levels actually, but in Python, we don't have that particular option, my dear friend. For example, X is equal to 10, Y is equal to 20. I can say X plus is equal to 5. Okay. Actually in, C language, this can be nested to next level actually. Okay. Actually here we can do something like, Y minus is equal to 5. This is accepted in C language, but in Python, this is not accepted, my dear friends. In Python, this is invalid. You cannot do this, to multiple levels. You cannot do it in multiple levels in Python, because here, we are actually passing the reference of object to the variable. So this is not allowed in Python. If you want to do it, you have to do it separately, sir. If you want to do it, you have to do it separately. For example, you can do up to here, it is accepted. X is equal to X plus Y is accepted. Am I clear? Then you want Y minus is equal to 5. This can be done. Separately you can do. Combiningly you cannot do it, my dear friends. You cannot do it combinedly in Python language. In C language, that expression is allowed. See, in C language, if I say X plus is equal to Y minus is equal to 5, it is allowed, and it takes, right to left association. Assignment operator is right to left association. It is possible in C language, but it is not allowed in Python language. It is invalid syntax, my dear friends. So if at all you want to do it, you need to do it separately. So if you want to print the values of X and Y, what happens, sir? After this, it will be printing. So here what happens? X value now. What is the value of X now? X is equal to X plus Y. That is, X value is 10 plus 20, that is 30, sir. And here Y value is Y minus 5, that is 15. So if you print the values of X and Y, what happens? What is the answer here? 30 and 15 will be printed. 30 and 15 is printed. So this compound assignment operator, you can do it, sir. That is, instead of writing like, X is equal to X plus Y, you can use this shorthand or short-ended notation, or you can call it as compound assignment operators, my dear friends. So these are the compound assignment operators we can use in Python, my dear friends. These are all available. Even with bitwise operators also we can use it. Okay, we'll discuss later on. Okay, but please note this shorthand operation. This shorthand assignment operators are generally commonly known as compound assignment operators, which are valid in Python language, sir. X is equal to x plus y can be written in a simple manner like x plus is equal to y. Instead of writing x is equal to x plus y every time, you can simply say x plus is equal to y. That is the meaning of it. Similarly, x minus is equal to y. What is the meaning of it? X is equal to x minus y. X into is equal to y, shorthand way of writing it, sir. It is x into x is equal to x into y. So suppose you are updating the value of the object, you can use this method. But please note this point, my dear friend. Here you are updating the value of x, but a new object is created and x will point to or reference to a new object here, because this integers, floats, all these fellows are immutable objects. So here what actually happens, let us try to understand with a diagram. For example, let me clear this. For example, if I say x is equal to 10 and if I say x plus is equal to 20, actually initially object 10 is created. Yeah, very good, very good. And x is referencing to object 10. X is referencing to object 10. When you say x is equal to, what is the meaning of it? X is equal to x plus 20. What is the meaning of it? X is equal to x plus 20. So here what happens? X 10 plus 20, that is 30. So x is equal to 30 means this is not changed to 30, sir. A new object 30 is created and now x will reference to 30. This is what happens in Python. This is what happens in Python, because it is, this object is immutable. Object is immutable. You cannot change it once it is created, because these are numbers which are 0 to 256. They are created when Python interpreter starts. Until you close it, they are available, my dear friends. So because of that, this object will not be destroyed, sir. That object will be there. Only thing is this reference will change. A new object is created and x will be referring to that. Please note that. So please note, when I say x is equal to some number, what is the meaning of it? X is equal to x plus that number. Suppose if I say x minus is equal to y, what is the meaning of it? X is equal to x minus y. Suppose if I say x into, okay, like I can say b plus c divided by d. Can I do this? Yes. What is the meaning of it? X is equal to x into this expression, b plus c divided. That is what exactly happens, my dear friends. Okay, so there is one very interesting question. X is equal to 10, y is equal to 20. Oh, sorry. X is equal to 10, y is equal to 20, z is equal to 30. Okay, enough. Let us use these three variables. X plus y into z. Now my question is it like x is equal to x plus y into z? Yeah, is it like, or okay, let me just make a small change, sir. X into y plus z. It makes some sense. So my question is does it mean x into y plus z, or is it like x into y plus z? What is the expected output for this? Is it this or this? That is my question, sir. So let us try this. You check your answer. Let me give you that result here. x is equal to 10, y is equal to 20, z is equal to 30, then x into is equal to y plus z. So I want to know what is the value of x after this. So this is the question, my dear friends. So if you just see, suppose if it performs this, x into y plus z, if it performs this, so you get 230. If it performs this, then what you are going to get? 500 is the answer. So what is your answer? What is your answer? 10 into 20 plus 30. Yeah, is it x into y plus z? What is the expected answer? So what is the expected answer, my dear friends? So this x is multiplied with the whole expression on the right hand side. X is multiplied with whole expression on the right hand side. It is not like, just, it is not replacement text, my dear friend. It is not like replacement text as it happens, in, hash defined variables or macros in C language. It is like x into the whole expression. Whatever this expression is there, x is multiplied with this expression. So this is the meaning of it. X into that expression. X into that expression. So because of that you are getting 500 answer. Because of that you are getting 500 answer. X into this expression. X into this expression. X into y plus x into, it won't happen like that, sir. This is what actually happens. Actually it happens like x into y plus z. See, x into y plus z internal meaning, or mathematically, multiplication is distributive or addition, you can think like that, but this is what exactly answer is. Is that clear? 800. Acha, you are asking for xy plus xz answer. Where is 800, sir? Acha, you are asking answer for xy into xz. X into y plus x into z. What is the answer for this? This is what you are asking. 500 only, na? X into y plus x into z, 500 only, na? What is the difference? 10 into 20. Okay, 10 into 20, 200, and 10 into 30, 300. 200 plus 300 is 500 only. What is the difference in this? But when you use this compound assignment operator, what actually happening here is this x into that expression. X into that expression. That is what we need to understand. Is the idea clear? Please note that. Hope the idea is clear. Any doubts? So this is about your basic assignment operator and arithmetic operators, my dear friends. So in the next class, tomorrow's session, we'll take up the remaining operators. That is operators part 2. If you have any other question, you can ask me. Otherwise, we'll close this session here. Xy plus xz is correct. But that is not executed like that. That is not executed like that. It is executed like x into y plus z. That is x into y plus z is executed as a expression. That expression is multiplied with x. That is what actually happens. It won't be executed like that. Chaitanya. Is the idea clear? I think today we taken too much time. Maybe because of one particular small concept. Okay. Hopefully the idea is clear. Right? Right. Yeah, 500 is the answer. Yeah. But it is not like xy plus xz as you mentioned. That won't happen like that. It happens like x into y plus z. That is what, that is how it is, executed. Right? You have any other issues or any other questions, or shall we call it a day? Any other questions, dear? Okay, fine. So if no one is having any question, you can write your doubts in the comment section. Okay, please subscribe, like the sessions so that we can have more sessions, right? Thank you. Please share these sessions with your friends so that we can reach more people. That's all for today. Thank you, sir.